Hello, I'm Glynn Lavender. I've been in the photo business for nearly 40 years. These days I spend my time as a travel photographer leading photo tours to some wonderful countries around the world, and I teach photography in Australia and America. I have tons of camera gear as a working photographer, but when I can, I love to travel light. In this show, we're going to take you to some of my favourite cities in the world. We're going to see some wonderful sights, eat some lovely food, and I'll teach you all the tips and tricks to take the best possible travel photos with the camera you have with you all the time, the one that's in your pocket. In this episode, we're in Melbourne, Australia, famous for its coffee, eateries and laneways. I'm meeting my friend Grace Lai, a local photographer who's going to show us around some of her favourite spots in the city. One of the great things I love about travel photography is you never know what you're going to see next.
Well, Melbourne laneways are perfect for it because you can find all little quirky things that you can take photos of, like
Oh, that's
right
cool.
here.
This whole laneway reminds me of Europe actually. It's quite European feel.
With all the different colours, there's textures.
I love the bike, the colours and against the walls and the lines of the buildings going down. Makes a great wide angle shot if you get down low and close with a really wide angle lens. Fortunately, my phone has a lovely wide angle lens, so that comes in very handy because it gives that really sort of exaggerated depth perception. But when it comes to doing close-up details, either going to a 1 times or a 2 times lens, really allows you to pull in that detail and highlight just one element of a scene. A lot more interesting, but that's kind of cool. And get some of those buildings in the background there. That looks pretty cool. Nice. So, where have you brought me to, Grace?
This is another one of Melbourne Laneway. It's Centre Place and it's a great little spot to take photos. There's a lot of bustling happening. There's also all the little cafes here. And one thing about this laneway though is a little bit dark sometimes. So what we can do on our phones is we can change the lightness and the darkness of the photo. And all you have to do is you can focus by tapping the screen, and can you see this little sun?
Yep.
You can bring it up so it brightens the photo, or you can bring it down so it darkens the photo.
Oh, so you can choose.
Yeah, and you can either make it moody, so I do like it like this. Let's take the photo right here.
That's really cool. That reminds me of another feature the cameras have as well, which is to be able to show movement in photographs. On these really bustling laneways, to be able to show movement, if everyone's frozen in the shot, it kind of doesn't look like it's got any life to it. So let's look at a trick here to take movement and put some movement into our photographs. You have to make sure that your live mode is on in your camera, up the top up there. And I like to use a wide angle lens to show that perspective again of all the lines of the buildings. We'll wait for a couple of people to come by. It's just simply a matter of pressing and taking a photo like you normally would do. Here's some people. Take a couple. I like that first one actually. Then it's just a matter of going back to your photo. Let's use this one here. Flipping up with your screen, and it gives you these extra options. Live, loop, bounce, and the one we want is long exposure. What it does is it blurs out all those people to show lots of life and movement. And you can have lots of fun with that whilst you're travelling.
That's awesome. I love your tip. I'm going to try that.
Well, I'm going to go try yours.
Awesome. Let's take some photos.
Our next stop is St Kilda, a short tram ride, taxi ride or car ride from downtown Melbourne.
Well, this looks pretty good. Where are we?
We're in Ackland Street in St Kilda.
Nice.
This place has been around for a very long time. It used to be actually mansions all down here in the 1920s. Then after that, after the World War, a lot of Jewish refugees came and they set up all these restaurants and cake shops.
Cake shops.
That's
I like
all
cake
around,
shops.
even though they've actually, the Jewish community has actually moved out. And now we still have all these here. It's quite a hipster place, and during summer, heaps of people come here. You can people watch. It's absolutely fantastic. This here is a pavlova, Aussie dessert.
Oh, I heard it came from New Zealand.
Anything that is good, I guess the Aussies take.
We take all the good stuff. Pavlova, one of my favourite desserts. It's kind of crunchy and soft and sweet, a bit like me.
So, before you eat, sorry,
Obligatory
I want to take a
photos?
photo.
Of course. So what do you recommend? I don't do food photography, so what would you recommend with this?
With
Give us some
this,
tips.
I actually do like to go in a bit close because you've got nice colours and the texture.
So I want to fill the frame with
Yeah,
the
fill the
show
frame.
the plate and all that sort of stuff.
Can I get you to move your phone,
I
please?
can.
Thank you.
I thought you were going close.
Yep, I am going in close. So what I do is I frame it up and then I zoom right in using the 2x zoom. And then fill the frame, tap on the kiwi so I can focus it. And there you go. And there we have
Oh, that looks really cool.
close up, get all the details
That's a great
and the
colour.
colour.
That's beautiful.
Could even go even closer, and then you have
Do you,
like the
do you reckon
bouquet
like an
background.
above the top sort of shot for
Let's
food?
try
Is
it.
that-
Did you want to try that?
Maybe I'll try that with square, because that would kind
Sure.
of...
Instagram.
So flip up from the photo, hit the little button that's 4:3 and choose square. And now I'm going to try shooting from above. Now, if you weren't overly lazy, you'd stand up and make sure you're framing it properly, but you know, I like a challenge. And just a couple of photos, make sure got it nice and centered in the middle of that square. Let's have a look see here. That looks pretty cool.
Ah, very pretty.
Oh, the angles of the forks
Fork?
coming off there, that's good. Well, you know what happens if we've come to the place, we've bought the food, we've photographed the food.
Let's dig in.
Our next stop is the Brighton Beach Bathing Huts. It's a short car or taxi drive from St Kilda, and it's a great place to finish up the afternoon.
So these are the Brighton beach houses. Everyone comes here to take photos because it's just really nice and pretty, heaps of colour.
Iconic Melbourne.
Definitely, yes.
It's pretty cool with all these seagulls flying around over the top too, isn't it?
Did you know that these beach houses are actually more expensive than some of the houses that you can actually get?
Well, that's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, it'd be very convenient having a little beach house here, but there's a lot of
Some them
people.
are really done up inside.
So this Australian one looks pretty cool. I imagine this is pretty popular.
That's definitely true.
Is
You
that
see
the
there's
one?
a line.
Come on, get up there. I'm going to take a shot. Come on, get up there. Come on. I want to go nice and wide angle, get all of it in there. Cool. Now let me look like an idiot.
Looking good.
I doubt it. So that's pretty much what everyone does. They come down here, have a photo. So, if I want to come down here and take some cool photos, what kind of tips have you got?
I've got a really fun idea. Let's
Yep.
do a panorama shot.
Right, nice long one.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. But we'll do a little bit of a twist and you can actually get me in it at different
It's
frames.
going to be pretty fun, isn't it, hey?
Let's try it.
Let's give it a shot. I'll put my camera onto Pano mode.
Yep.
We are good to go. You're going to start here?
Sure.
Perfect. So all I've got to do, right, is line up, start moving, and when you're out of the frame, out of the screen, tell you to run around. Is that right?
That's correct.
Let's give it a shot. Okay, I'm starting.
You'll have to wait in the middle.
Okay, you're out of the shot. Whee! Oh, this is fun already. Okay, you out of shot?
As the subject, I actually need to keep very still.
Okay, you out of shot? So much exercise for one photo.
But it's quite fun.
YMCA. Is that right, eh? So it's a panorama. And I do this often as well with just normal panoramas without people running around and getting awesome shots. Look at that beautiful sunlight right now though. How's that? We've got beautiful sunlight. I've got to shoot it whilst it's there. Tip number 1 in photography, don't miss out the beautiful light. Look at this gorgeous late afternoon sunlight. Well, that's been quite a day.
It has been. We've seen quite a lot of Melbourne.
We have, it's been a great time.
We've seen the Laneways.
Loved Hosier Lane, that was great.
So all the graffiti, colour.
Graffiti, it's a lovely coffee.
Definitely. And the cakes in St Kilda.
St Kilda, of course, the cakes.
Yep.
We're going to down here at Brighton with these gorgeous beach houses and this beautiful sunset.
Not
It's been a good
forgetting,
day.
we have also had a lot of like really fun photo tips.
We've learned a lot of stuff.
Definitely.
So yeah, panorama stuff, slow motion stuff. It goes on. doesn't it?
Contrast,
Contrast,
brightness.
colours. It's been awesome.
Yep.
But let's not finish today. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Should we do
let's-
some nighttime stuff?
Definitely.
Where should we go?
Head back to St Kilda, Luna Park.
The big Ferris wheel and stuff?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Fantastic.
Go.
Let's